This time on Flipping Bangers, we wanted to try something new.
And this orange oddball has the power to please.
High five!
And the ability to annoy.
Having an engine that works doesn't make a car, does it?
No.
If we can put it together, we'll win.
But there's a gap
That's scary!
between the dream and the cold, hard cash.
Oh, hang on, stop! It's rather caught me out. It's going to have to go back up again.
I'm Gus Gregory.
And I'm Will Trickett.
Together, we're risking everything to follow a dream
It's something I've wanted to do for a long, long time.
We've packed in our day jobs
and invested our own hard-earned cash.
as we try to make a living in a cutthroat world of second-hand cars.
It's all in the chase. You've got to buy well, you've got to sell well.
Why would anybody buy this car?
We've got a goal.
We want to double our money. If we put 500 quid in, we need to see £1,000 back. We're targeting the very bottom of the market.
We buy cars that nobody else wants.
Can we keep our business afloat, Flipping Bangers?
It needs so much work doing to it.
1 year ago, we turned our backs on our regular jobs, rented this garage and attempted to carve out a new living by buying and selling cheap cars, and made enough money flipping bangers just to return.
People dream of giving everything up, but we're doing it for real. And it's scary.
We've emptied our pockets again, and this time we have enough to spend £500 to £1,000 on each car. If we want to cover our costs and pay ourselves wages, it's essential we double our return on every pound we put in. And we can only afford 5 workshop days per car. We've swapped a salary and a wage, possibly for nothing.
Workshop is ready for occupation and we are primed for action. But we've had so many headache cars lately, we need a change.
I tell you what, I'm so fed up with complicated. I think simple would be brilliant, yeah.
Maybe we go quirky. I'd like a Robin Reliant. It's weird, it's different, although with only 3 wheels, it's also unstable.
Well, that's almost what I was thinking, but something with a little bit less risk.
Yeah, they did the Fox and the
Kitten?
Kitten. Very cool little car.
Nice little car. Let's have a look for kittens.
And we should absolutely look for a kitten.
They were brilliant cars,
Do you
right.
think there's any kittens in
Kitten.
captivity anymore?
How do you spell kitten? Oh, hold on a minute. Don't answer that. I've got it. I can work that one out myself.
I put in puppies by mistake. Look what I got.
Yeah, no, I got kittens.
So although neither of us really know how to be at one with the internet, we do locate a Reliant Kitten. Remember, that's the one with 4 wheels, in the mean streets of Lincolnshire. We have everything we need to feel positive.
This is going to be a bit of fun, isn't it? The idea of us driving around in a kitten makes me laugh.
Yeah, us two sat together in a tiny weeny little kitten, rubbing shoulders.
Our kitten is owned by an ex-engineer who tinkers with cars. His non-running project, which is a mashup of different Reliants, would send most people running for the hills. But we like to tease out profit from tough places and gamble there could be decent money hidden in this 70s wedge.
I have got some worries because, you know, this guy's done a lot of work on it and he's putting a new chassis into it, I believe.
I think he's done all the body, he's done the chassis, he's put, I don't know which engine he's put in it, but he said he's put an uprated engine in it. He sounds a really nice bloke, very, very genuine. He's got a lot of cars.
Yeah.
He bought it as a project. He spent a lot of time, a lot of money on it. And I
Okay.
think, like a lot of projects, he just wants it gone.
My fear is this. It's been a parts for a long time by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
Are all of those parts still in a box or connected to the car, or are they scattered to the 4 winds?
I guess that's what we're going to find out.
Just outside Woodall Spa, we think we've arrived at the right place.
Wow, that's special, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Beautiful.
But that's not our kitten.
No, but it is worth a fortune.
Yeah. Hiya, good morning. You Mick?
Yes, are
Hi
you
Mick.
Will?
Come Will, good morning.
Hello, mate.
All right,
Gus.
Gus.
Pleased to
Lovely
meet you.
job, yeah.
Come to have a little look at your kitten.
Ah, that's not it.
No, but that is very nice.
It is beautiful. Where's our kitten then?
The kitten's in the garage.
Well, our kitten's in the garage and this is out here. That doesn't seem right, really.
It's not
No.
right. No.
No, is that why the kitten's got to go?
Yes. There it is.
Whoa, oh, that's brilliant. Gus, It's orange!
I was saying you can't really tell from the pictures whether it was orange or red, but it's orange.
It's funny, in my mind's eye, and from the adverts, I was kind of imagining that the body wasn't going to be bolted to the chassis, or at least on it.
No, it is on the chassis, but there's only the steering rack and the steering column that's attached.
That's so neat, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
So you've put a lot of work into this,
I
haven't
have,
you?
yes, I have. More work than I wanted. When I bought it, I wanted to have it done in 2 days to a week.
Oh,
How long have you had it?
8 months, 6, 7, 8
That's
months.
not too bad, you know.
isn't it?
It's coming on well. So this car has a replacement engine, although not from a Kitten.
I've had it running, it does run okay.
Okay, gearbox, axles, they're
Yeah,
all right?
everything's okay. All the back axle, it's had new wheel cylinders and all that, brand new tyres on the front.
Wow. There's a lot of spares in the back, are they? Bits that need bolting on.
It says the junk, I say it's treasure. They are spares, yeah.
No, I think we are very much in the valuable spares club, aren't we?
We are, yeah.
Priceless
Yeah,
antiquities.
absolutely.
Well, it's so fantastically dated.
Just love that
but
spare wheel being
in
there.
wonderful condition. Look at that. You know, it is still like new, but that's the joy of plastic.
Yeah, someone's loved it. 'Cause someone's been a long way in it, haven't they?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, that's great. Should we get it outside?
Yeah.
Push it out.
I'll go and open the door.
People love to laugh at Reliance, but this was actually a clever car in the late 70s, with Lotus-inspired front suspension, and this DL version, standing for Deluxe, even had vinyl mat pockets, a radio and a rear parcel shelf. There are only 50 left on the road, and a good one is up to £3,000.
All right, chaps, I'll let you have a look around it.
All right then, Mick.
Yeah.
Isn't it great?
But all this, it's been really good, Nick, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Well, I'm sitting in here, I'm really, really excited. I can't wait to have a go at it.
No, I wish it ran.
Yeah, so do I. Let's go and have a quick look, see
Yeah.
what it needs just to get it going. Hearing an engine running can tell you a lot about the car's health and the work you have to do.
Well, it's not going to be able to run it for long, are we? Because
No.
it's got no water going around
No.
it. But doesn't mean we can't start it up.
Yeah, we can jerry-rig a little temporary fuel tank onto that. No problem. First things first.
Oh, can you put, yeah. I was going to say it's my thumb.
Safety first.
Yeah, you don't want to be hit by that because that's
No,
going to do you right in.
Yeah. Because we're clever, we quickly locate the old battery from the boot, stick it in and pray it has juice. The starter needs to be connected.
And a little fuel is needed,
That'll be enough to get it started.
which will deliver straight into the carburettor of this little 40 horsepower 850.
We spray Easy Start, basically ether, into the carb to help it fire. You know when I thought one was the choke and the other
Yeah.
one was the throttle?
Yeah.
I did it the wrong way round.
Yeah.
If we can get it going, the Kitten becomes a much more tempting proposition for us.
There we are. Sounds really nice. So, that'll do.
Brilliant.
Hurrah! High five!
Five.
Kapow!
Man hug?
Yeah! Back to work then.
So we need a bit of a reality check, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Having an engine that works doesn't make a car, does it?
No.
It's got to be logic before emotion that dictates whether we make an offer.
What we've really got is a car full of bits and
Yeah.
an intentions list, haven't
Yes, we have. And watch this, look. The entire body shell is not connected onto the entire chassis. But we need to work it out. What do you
Yeah.
reckon this car's worth?
A good one, 2 to 3.
Yeah.
This is a very good one.
700 quid, we'll offer him that.
He'll never take 700 quid. £1,000. This is worth £1,000. Let's
You
go
reckon?
to £1,000. Yes, definitely. Definitely. A week of us lavishing care on it. So we've got a car that's MOT'd and running that with all this patina on it and that
Yeah.
fabulous interior. Definitely, definitely.
Work your magic then.
I'll get it for £100. You watch and learn. Watch
Yeah.
and learn, William.
Cool. Let's see how this pans out.
Mick,
Oh yeah, yes.
guess what?
You don't want it?
No, we do want it.
Oh, you do want it?
We do want it, and we think it's probably worth 900 quid.
No, 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 no. I think it's worth well over 1,000.
What about 1,010? That's just above 1,000, isn't it?
1,010. No, no, no.
1,020.
No.
1,030.
Well, seeing as that look in your face and how badly you need it, go on then.
It seems like Mick really does have a sense of humour.
Oh, mate, cheers, mate.
£1,030 isn't a lot of money to some, but our comfort zone is usually around 300 to 400 quid. So this Reliance is an enormous risk for us. But at least it's not heavy.
And with the straps battened down onto the plastic bodywork, we head back to the workshop where we'll literally unpack it and find out whether this funny little car might be able to pay back our enthusiasm for it.
Success, eh?
People who think this is a joke are going to be laughing on the other side of their faces because we're going to make some serious money out of this car.
We are, because that's going to be an absolute corker when we put it all back together.
Yep.
All of the bits seem to be there. The work that's been done by Mick is brilliant. He's a good engineer.
Yeah, he is. If you're going to buy an unfinished project, then you've got to buy it off of someone who knows what they're doing. When you just look at the bits that he's put back on, if you look underneath it, it's all been painted, it's all been, it just looks great.
He knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing. All the nuts and bolts have been greased, they're all Nylox where he's put them on.
It's just brilliant,
He's done
just brilliant.
But back at the workshop, it's time for a reality check.
There's a huge amount to do in a relatively short amount of time.
Yeah, but we know what the list is. That's a great thing. We know the engine almost works.
Yeah, we do.
So we assume the gearbox works. We definitely know this wheel's not very well attached.
Yeah, we do.
And we definitely know that it needs some carpets.
Yeah, we know the body's not attached as well, don't
Oh
we?
yeah, the body's not attached, is it? We've
No,
got
the
that
body's
problem
not
going
attached.
on, and I very much doubt that anything else is attached.
There's
either.
good points though, isn't there? Because the finish is great, a bit
Yeah.
of polish, that's going to look great. But we've got our itinerary of things to do.
Yeah.
And if we're going to get top money for it, we've really got to cross the T's and dot the I's mechanically, haven't we? It's got to be perfect.
Workshop time in our rented garage is costly for us, so we advertise the cars as soon as we get them in, so we can sell them faster. I take some pictures for an ad that will start running right away. I list the car as MOT'd, complete and running with no issues. Yes, this is projecting into the future, but hopefully, in 5 days, these lies will become true.
When we bought the car, there were several of them available, so you could sort of see roughly how much they were going for. But there's nothing available now, and it's really difficult to gauge where to price the car. So I've put a starting price on of £50 just to get the ball rolling. But realistically, if we're going to double our money, we've got to have a reserve price of $2,400 and a sort of cheeky bite now price of $2,795. It's a lot of money for a kitten, but we paid £1,000 for the car. And there might just be someone out there desperate, and this might just be their car, mightn't it?
And now it's time for the good bit. The car enters the hallowed workshop, and we get our first good look underneath. But this time, the body isn't attached, so we've got a different treat in store. That's scary!
No, it's good. It's just the sill clipping out.
Bit more, we can inspect the entire chassis, which apparently is from a later car, a Reliant Fox. That's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
I'll tell you what is nice. It's nice seeing the top of this, isn't it? Because seeing these do tend to rot, don't they? Tin tanks under plastic cars.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
But he's put a lot of paint in. He's painted the diff, hasn't he? Which is nice. It's got new shocks on there. Brake pipes all lovely. All the junctions look nice. The flexibles are nice.
Looking quite nice.
Difficult to say, but there doesn't seem to be any play in the prop shaft either. Oh, it's really good. It's been pretty good, Nick, isn't it? I mean, he's done his job, hasn't he?
He has, yeah, and we know the engine is okay, and the gearbox looks okay, so it's just fingers crossed on that, I think.
You can get every gear in it, can't you?
You can. So, front suspension, well, the bushes all look okay. Steering rack, that looks okay. Brake pipes, all shiny and new.
So with all this good cheer, there has to be a morsel of bad news, doesn't there?
Top ball joint looks knackered to me. How's yours?
Yeah, this one's had it as well.
Yeah.
Luckily, we've been gifted a box of mixed bits. Will it contain a spare ball joint or two? Parts on rare cars are difficult to find, So if the boot box doesn't have the ball joints, we might have found why Mick decided to part company with the kit.
So Mick's obviously put everything in here that he's ever taken off the car. Some of which, and I have to say, I really like this fetching blue with the orange, we're going to use. But a lot of which, so these are the old kart springs, and he's put single leaf springs on there, which will have more compliance than these old karts. So these are going to go out. This old suspension unit, well, that's clearly going to go out. But what we're looking for is, here, look, the anti-roll bar, and these are the bushes, which are shot. So hopefully he'll have put new bushes in with, look here, hey, new bushes and clamps. That goes on there. So that's perfect. Oh, that's good. So we got those. That's something else we don't have to buy.
But annoyingly, there are no new ball joints.
And I think there's old ones, beaten up ones. And I think the reason why he hasn't changed them is because clearly they're very, very difficult to find, which is going to be a problem for us. But someone has got to go and find some.
And Will's found another issue.
Everything seems to be where it's supposed to be, apart from one glaring omission, and that is, should have an exhaust pipe in it from here to about here, and hanging on that. Which is a real pity because it means that that's got to go onto the parts list now, and it's another thing we've got to try and find.
While Will jumps online to source the missing bits, I'm going to kick things off by using the booty that's here but not on the car. First up is the anti-roll bar, which keeps the body in check during fast cornering.
So these are the bushes for our anti-roll bar. And normally, when I fitted these before, they've always been split. So they go, the clamp goes over them and they go over the bar. But these aren't split, and that worries me. So I'm going to try and get them on in one piece. And to facilitate that, I'm going to pop them in Will's T there and wait for them to get nice and malleable. If they split, it'll save me splitting them, but they might just go on. Oh, yes. Look at that. Perfect. And not split.
With an old car, it's these little, quite difficult jobs that can be pleasing. Maybe that sounds a bit old-manny, but it feels good to win. Now it's time to attach the anti-roll bar, which is the key part of the desirable DL spec. The anti-roll bar bolts into place beneath the suspension arms. We're one step closer to the state-of-the-art double wishbone suspension being a thing of beauty. But it's not going to be a thing of beauty without the ball joints, and they don't seem to be on sale anywhere. We decide to tackle the issue tomorrow. It's the second day on our Reliant Kitten project, which is an experimental way for us to see whether quirky equals cash. But it's set us back more than £1,000 already. I've sent Will to find the missing ball joints.
With old classics that are as rare as our Reliant Kitten, what we ideally need is somebody who's got a mountain of bits and the knowledge, the complete knowledge, guru status in the world of Reliant Kittens. And luckily enough, I've found one. I've come to Birmingham to see Simon, who runs a parts business from his home. His reputation is that if you can't find something, he's either got one or knows where to find it. I hope that's true because I've come a very long way. Wow. A Reliant Rebel. That is a really rare car. And look, a little kitty as well. And I bet you that that one actually works.
Hi, are you Will?
Yeah, Simon?
That's it, yeah. I'll see you round the side, mate. Do you want the brown gate?
Oh, brilliant. Cheers, mate. Hello, Simon.
Hi, Will. Nice to meet you, man.
Good day to you.
Yeah, good to see you.
Simon takes me to his sprawling industrial complex. Wow.
So, this is Aladdin's cave.
Well, yeah, I can see it really is, Simon. We think we're probably after you've got an exhaust silencer?
Trust you to pick the one thing I haven't got. But,
Yeah.
right behind your head, there's a Robin silencer. But it will fit. It's
Well, how strictly kitten do we need to get?
well, it will silence it. That's what a silencer needs to
Yeah.
do.
Well,
It
doesn't
fits-
look like it's going to silence it a great deal, but...
You know, the stuffing's around the outside.
Well, that's me. I mean, it looks lovely. You seem to have a lot of Reliant Kitten, I don't know, just basically, you know, Reliant bits in here.
Yeah, I've kind of saved what I could. You know, people are chucking it out, people are retiring, whatever, and the bits come up for sale, and I try and get what I can when I can. I've got 2 cars to keep on the road, you know, and bits ain't being made anymore, so...
This is more of a hobby than a business.
Oh, it's a hobby, yeah. It's about keeping the cars on the road at the end of the day, isn't it?
Yeah, because you can't use all of these bits on your own, can you?
Not in a million years. 10 brake drums is more than I need, you know.
The other thing is, though, we were wondering, do you have any ball joints for the top wishbones?
Upper ball joints, yeah. Yes. Let me think. I think you might be in luck.
Really?
Kitten upper ball joint?
That's exactly the sort of thing we're after. That's exactly, because that goes in, and there's a circlip that holds it in place as well. Yes, that's it. 2 of them?
2 of them, in a box,
Yes.
Reliant parts. Unfortunately, the box is tight.
Oh,
I think we can do something on price because of that.
Yeah, fabulous.
Is that you sorted now?
Well, it is. We've got the ball joints we want. We've got the exhaust pipe that we want as well. Last thing is, how much do you want for the whole lot?
Well, I have to say 60 on the ball joints, I'm afraid.
Okay, okay.
But just call it a tenner for the silencer. 70 quid all in.
Okay, let's...
That sound fair?
Yeah, well, let's have a look. Because the thing is, I mean...
You're a poor man.
I've got 60 quid.
Go on.
Is that all right?
Go on.
Simon, you're a star.
No,
Thank you very much.
happy to help you. It's good to
Yeah.
see another kitten being saved and put back on the road. So
It
look
is.
forward to seeing it done. It should be a great project.
Well, thank you very much.
Well, you know where I am if you need anything else.
I shall
take
give you
care
a
now.
call.
Take
Bye-bye.
care now. Bye
With
now.
our missing bits now in custody, we're in a good spot. Gus has found more of the suspension in the parts bin that need putting back on the car.
So these are our kitten tie bars. The basic function of the tie bar is to attach the bottom wishbone of the suspension to the chassis, and it stops that movement there. These are kitten tie bars, and they're going onto a Fox chassis. So if we put that in there, put the bolt through, now I can see roughly, so this has got a right angle at the end of it, which needs to come off. But I can roughly see how much I've got to cut off. So I might mark that while I'm here.
Low-tech modification of metal parts that you can't buy is definitely a DIY job and is part of the reason cars of this era keep men of a certain age entertained in their workshops. The issue with my new shorter tie bar, however, is that it can't bolt on properly, so I cut down a long bolt as a fixing point and then cut a channel across the top of that.
So I've cut the head off my bolt, and I've cut the head off the torsion arm. And I've consulted our torsion engineer, Will, and he reckons I should cut a channel in the torsion arm to fit this into, so I can have 2 welds at the top, 2 welds at the bottom. Structurally much stronger.
I need to cut as close to the diameter as possible to allow for a snug fit. This is slightly less DIY, and if you need to make something like this but can't weld, just wander around an industrial estate and look for a car body shop. They often have skilled welders who'll sort it out for a drink.
Well, it's not beautiful, but it is finished. I'll wait for that to cool down, put it on tomorrow morning. I've had enough, I'm going home.
It's the end of day 2, and the charming kitten, which owes us less than £1,100, is still proving to be a pleasant distraction from the usual monsters that we buy and sell.
It's day 3 out of 5 on the Reliant Kitten project. After shelling out over £1,000 on the car, which is a lot of money for us, we've managed to spend only 60 quid on spares, and we want to keep it this way. But this is an unfinished project with a later engine and chassis, and we've got to join them to the body.
So you've got ball joints and a silencer?
Yes, I have.
Excellent.
Which means that all I need now is a lovely cup of tea.
After a nice brew, I can fit my modified tie bar. It fits like a glove and is going to give the kitten a sharpness to the handling, helping make this an unassuming driver's car. Another way this funny little orange vehicle has the capacity to surprise.
I suppose tie bars on, anti-roll bars on, so the suspension's in good shape.
The work that was done on the car by the previous owner was to a nice standard, but he ran out of time and patience, and this might have something to do with the suspension. We've got to get the rebuild exactly right. Now, with the wheel removed, I can see the ball joint and access it. The ball joint is a part of the suspension and steering components that's let the steering turn, letting the wheel move, and also lets the suspension articulate as well, like that. Now, as you can see, the dust cover on it is completely perished. And if it's perished, that means it's going to let in water and grit. If it lets in too much water, it will go rusty and seize. And if it lets in loads of grit, it'll just wear out quickly, making our little kitten unsafe. Because the body is off, I've got fantastic access to work, but you don't need access to swap a ball joint. It's a bit like a hip replacement. You just need force. I need to get the tapered part of the ball joint to come apart. Now I can do that by shocking it with a hammer. If for a fraction of a second the round bit is squashed into an oval shape, the ball joint pops apart. So in order to do this, I'm going to put a backing hammer on one side, and I'm going to hit it on the other side with this hammer, like that, which has worked perfectly first time. Winner. And I'll remove the bolt and we're good to go. The wishbones containing the old ball joints are out, but the new ones aren't ready to go back in. These ball joints are held in with circlips, and because that circlip has been in there for many, many years and is quite rusty and covered in paint, my delicate little circlip pliers are not going to get it out. So there's a handy little tip. On the edges of the circlip, the ones you want to push apart, you can just tap them apart with a punch and a hammer just to loosen it enough to make it easy to get off. The circlip is the last and only thing holding the ball joint in. And with that out of the way, I do what some say I do best. Now it's a reversal of what I did earlier. The gaiter is removed. It'll go back on once the ball joint is back in the wishbone. I'll just put a little copper slip where the metal parts meet to prevent rusting. It goes in there. Now, I beat that out with a hammer, didn't I? I can't go beating it back in with a hammer. That would smash it to smithereens. It needs to be pushed in squarely and firmly. So, I'm going to go to this bigger vise over here, and whilst using this socket, which is going to push against the metal of the wishbone, and this socket, which is going to push against the ball joints, I'm going to carefully put those in the jaws of the vise, nip them up until it just touches, check that it all looks okay, which it does, and then turn the handle and push those two. Quick check. And with the ball joints installed, I put the circlip around, which seems snug, the gaiter, one more clip, and then back on the car. Ball joints installed, which is great, and along with the other jobs that we've done, such as the installation of the anti-roll bar and the track control arms, that's as good as the suspension's going to get on our little kitty for the time being.
No, I'm not just destroying the chassis. I'm making preparations for the big push. These bits stretch the body coming off, so when it goes back on, hopefully quite soon, they've got to go.
And just before the end of the day, there's one more job to do while Gus preps the chassis. The kitten is very noisy, having had the interior stripped. Plus, we need carpets. So I'm hoping to find some acoustic limiting carpets. There's a trimming supplier that's really celebrated amongst the classic car fans. Hello
Hi.
there, I'm Will.
Hello, nice to meet you. I'm Louise.
Hello, Louise. We've got a Reliant Kitten, and we're going to need various things for it as well. We've got vibration, sort of resonance problems with the car, and we're also going to need some carpets as well. There's so much choice here that the only way to know what I want is to check what's in stock and go from there. The first stop, acoustic panels or carpets. So what it is, we've got large, flat, fiberglass body panels. We need some sort of damping for that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've got the right product.
Yeah.
It's a bitumastic anti-drumming and vibration sheet.
You know, that's a nice finish on that as well, isn't it?
Yes, it is, yeah.
So this is what, self-adhesive?
Yeah.
So I can use it in my floor pans?
Yeah, absolutely.
Inside the doors? Any other large flat areas that might drum when some resonance starts building up?
Yeah.
And then we need a carpet to go over the top. I'm wanting something 1970s. Right, oh crikey, yeah, that is a lot of carpets. Well, I can see immediately that most of these are not in the game because they're the wrong colour. We're after a black carpet. Oh, look at that, that's nice.
Yeah, that's a lovely carpet, actually.
It's gorgeous, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
That's a Jaguar quality one, really. It's a wool carpet.
That is nice, isn't it?
It's a bit pricey, that one. That's £55 a metre.
I'd better lower my sights. Gus won't go for a carpet that dear.
This one here, it's actually made on the same machine, but it's polypropylene, so it's not wool. But it's a lovely carpet. And
it is nice, isn't it? What's this one like for stitching?
it's not too bad to stitch at all. And we sell carpet binding that you can stitch on.
Carpet binding, is that what it's called? Brilliant. Well, we'll be needing a little bit of that too. Excellent. Well, that's the sort of thing we're looking for. Could we get a couple of metres of that?
Absolutely, yeah.
So all of that weighs in at 180 quid. Not bad, I reckon.
Day 4 on Kitten Resurrection. 2 days left.
Do you think we could get that running by tonight? I'd say so, wouldn't you?
If we're going to have to sharpen up our spanners pretty quick.
I know that we were saying being able to drive this car out would be a great thing today, but I was just thinking, if you think about what we've got here, this is an 850, we know that, and the Kitten had a 750. So this is an engine out of something else.
Yes.
We've got a Fox chassis, we've got a Kitten body, we don't know what the rear axle comes off of. So we've got an amalgam of 3 different cars here, none of which we know work together, do we? We're just assuming it's all going to work.
But we're going to just have to use our wits, I suppose, and be careful and work through it methodically.
Before we can start the engine, the biggest job on this car is to get the body to line up with a chassis from a different car. Yes, it's a better chassis and is rust protected, but there are no factory mounting points, so it's not a small job. Before the body goes on, we need to make sure that everything is in top shape. That means stripping the brakes and cleaning the shoes and drums, reconnecting the cooling system, checking the tension of the belts, and refresh anything that might be loose or blocked. Then we can fix the cruddy silencer in place.
I know that this exhaust pipe isn't going to fit perfectly, and I can see why now. I've got it all in place. It needs a bracket adapting.
Yet again, no brackets exist for this job, but where there's a will, there's a way. Get it? Will had nearly put his hammers away. Luckily for this job, they were still to hand. Go, Will, go! And then a smidgen of weld to the bendy bolt, and that's done.
Next, we replace any gaskets or use a bit of a bodge when replacements don't exist. This is essential for a car that's been off the road so long. I'm not driving halfway around the country for another gasket for this non-standard pipe when instant gasket seal can do just as well.
And suddenly, we're ready to lower the body.
Right, I'm done. Are you done? Should we get the body on?
I am done, yes, I'm ready. I've run out of things to bolt on and tighten up, so, because they're all up there in the body.
Yeah, you know what I've been thinking? When we lifted it up, do you remember that hilarious moment when the seals cracked around the cut-off Fox chassis?
Yeah.
One of the advantages of having a Fox chassis, obviously, is that it's wider.
Yes, yeah, well...
So we're going to have to tease those, aren't we, when we put
are.
it down?
Very, very carefully. And also, we've got the clutch cable, the brake pipe, the steering column, and the radiator, which is dangerously close to the old fan, isn't it?
Yeah, slowly. That's the key, isn't it?
I'll watch.
OK.
Right. Ready?
And here we go. Quite a moment for this little car, and for us. If we can't get the body to fit, it'll remain a project, and our plans of adding cash will disappear. We don't have any kind of clever laser-based system to help. We lower the car, we keep an eye out, and if we hear the sound of something breaking, it's time to stop. Remember, a skilled engineer, Mick, never fitted the body to the chassis that he'd sourced. Did he look at it and throw in the towel? Well, quitting is an option that we cannot entertain.
Hang on, it's touching somewhere. It's just touching on the frame at the back here on the chassis. And in actual fact, it's going to have to go forward a touch somehow, because otherwise it's going to hit the fuel tank. If you let it down, I'll pull the valance out and get it over the petrol tank.
OK, you ready?
Yeah, go on.
So, down.
Go on then.
This isn't exactly what we had in mind. It looks like Gus has slightly cracked the body.
No, it's stopped on something else now, Will.
Right,
leave it there.
Oh, you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
That clonked back.
Yeah. It's got to go up, Will. It can't come down now, because it's resting on the lip. It's going to break.
How much do you need to go by?
Well, it just needs to go a fraction so I can move it forward a fraction.
If it gets really horrible, we'll stop.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, stop! It's rather caught me out. It's going to have to go back up again.
That's OK.
Go on, up you go.
Right. OK, now down.
OK.
It's because it goes down at a...
I think that's on.
That's down.
So the body is on, but we still don't know if it's in the right place. And this final nudge will either line up the chassis perfectly, or this job will never work.
Wasn't too bad, was it? No major traumas, no major cracking.
Done all right so far. There's still a bit of a gap on this radiator. Oh, hold on a minute. If we put the top hose in place, we can see that it needs to come back another 20 mil.
Yeah, chassis 20 mil forward.
There you go. Next job. Do you reckon? Do you think we're going to put our backs out doing this, Gus?
Maybe. Oh, there, I'm on there.
Oh, I'm back on. Whoa, don't move, don't. Let me put some screwdrivers in the hole. I've just got to grab some.
At last, after a multitude of health and safety breaches, we can start bolting the body to the chassis.
Get the extremities done. First bolt is in. There are just a few final hoses to connect. A cooling system to replenish. We can put the battery in now.
Let's do the start on that.
Give it a little spin over it. And a little fuel.
So if we've done our jobs right, the kitten will roar into life.
Right, that's it. Here's the moment of truth. Should we give it a go?
Come on!
Yes.
I shall operate throttle and choke.
You ready?
Yeah, go on.
Fingers?
Yeah, go on.
It takes a minute for the fuel pump to suck the petrol into the system.
Try a little bash. Ho, ho, ho!
Love it, brilliant. Yeah. I mean, I'd like to use the cheesy joke about the kitten purring, but, you know. Yeah. Just look at what we've done in a day. That's a good day, isn't it?
Yeah, it feels like a huge day.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to revel in your achievements, and we're off down the pub to do just that.
Day 5. We have a business flipping cars that people generally avoid. This Reliant has loads going for it, but projects carry a huge risk to our fortunes.
However, with a modest spend, we've got it running. But it's far from showroom fresh, and we've got one day left to make it shine.
First job, it needs a proper clean. Since Will is scared of the Hoover, he's given the onerous task of cleaning the detritus from the back, and there's plenty of it. I'm getting rid of mould, fingerprints, and then working on the paint with a cutting compound.
I was looking at the outside of the car, and the paint is faded, but with a cut and a polish, it comes back, and I want to keep true to our philosophy, and I want to keep it honest, so where the chips are down here, I'm just going to leave them. It looks a bit tatty, but when the rest of it's clean, it will look good.
But the radiator cover is worth painting, while Will works on the interior.
So here's our carpet. I've just got to make it kitten shaped. For that, I'm going to need to make a template. So using the black art of a pair of scissors and brown paper, I make a panel for the driver's side and reverse it for the passenger side.
At the bench, I've scrubbed off most of the scratches on the front cover. I'm trying to get the surface to be uniform and use a little filler. It goes off in 10 minutes and sands flat. Will cuts the carpet to his perfect template. He tidies up the edges and puts on his granny glasses and sews a nice edging on the carpet. I spray the panel black and get it on the car. Before the carpet goes in, there's one more job.
This is the acoustic mat that Will picked up. But the science of acoustic transfer is incredibly complicated. And basically, the seat bolts down through the fiberglass body. So that's fine, so those 4 points are taut, but the bit in the middle acts like a speaker. And as the resonance of the engine and the drivetrain go through the car, it vibrates and it fills the cabin with noise. So this attenuates the frequencies.
Carpets are done.
Excellent, well the matting's all in.
Cool, well I'm going to see if this fits properly.
And fit it does. Will has done a great job.
Well, I must say, that looks fabulous. I'm really pleased. What with the carpets and the acoustic deadening, Gus has been polishing the car all day long. It's come a long way in one day. And all I've got to do now is pop the seats back in, the other 2 bits of carpet, and we're all done.
We bought this orange wedge for a big wedge, £1,030. We've rebuilt the suspension, given the mechanicals a good once over, found hard to find bits, got the body back on, added carpets, and got her running for only £1,300. A project can be poisonous, but we've made it to the other side.
Well, it's certainly been a challenge.
Yeah.
But it's also been very satisfying, I reckon.
Yeah.
And we haven't been aiming for concourse or showroom condition. We were just trying to make it a little bit better.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it was effectively a pile of bits, wasn't it, when we got it, really? And I've got a newfound respect for it.
Well, we better take it for a quick spin before this little kitty gets away.
And it's my turn to drive.
OK.
And boy, does it drive.
Can I tell you what amazes me completely about this car?
Yeah.
Is that it's so good straight out of the box. There's no rattles. It's
No.
not rattling, is it?
No.
Don't you think that's amazing?
Right, actually. That must be those sound deadening things we put on the floor, Gus.
Yeah.
And the nice shiny new carpets.
Very technical.
Very technical. Well, it worked.
It's a competent little car, isn't it? And I don't think I'd want to drive it to work every day, but you know, it is what it is, isn't it? It's a Reliant Kitten. There's not many of them about. Someone's going to want it.
After our spin in the country, we need to see how our listing is coming on.
I'm just checking our kitten auction, and we've got 12 people bidding on it, and it's already up to 1,605. I mean, that's not up to the reserve, which is 2,400, but it's great, isn't it? It means there are actually people bidding against each other on our little kitten.
And sure enough, bidding closes. Just meeting the reserve, 2,400. So this is Phil, he's bought it. But he has to agree that the description is accurate, or he won't take it.
Hey, congratulations. Here are the keys to your new
Kitten,
Thank you very much.
pleasure. What do you reckon to it then?
Well, it's exactly what I was looking for, to be honest. I mean, you know, there's a few bits that could be improved on, but as a base, it's fantastic. Exactly what I'm looking for.
Are you actually going to drive it all the way back to Coventry?
That's the plan.
Excellent,
Yeah.
that's brilliant.
All right.
Have a good journey.
I will do.
Well, make sure you take the A roads.
I will. All right.
Cheers.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
We've got £2,400. We're so close to doubling our money, we won't bother with the exact calculation and just say we've done it. Bingo! Another banger has been flipped.